Good morning. We are back here in Center, Texas for day 4 of the Jessen High Roller New Year Shootout. This is Joe Enzeroth and Bale. Do you like that camera better? Okay, I should have probably let you have the other one. I'm sorry. Got 2 points to do there, bringing them up to the second obstacle. There's 4 runs left over from yesterday. Coming in today, it got dark on us yesterday, so this is the first run for today. But yet there's 4 more dogs left over from yesterday. Say that again.
For run from which class?
And this is the nursery class. That will put an end to his run. There's a 4 minute. You have to get through the second obstacle by 4 minutes, so that will end his run. This will be Joni Tejan and Kate. Is Jeremy McBride here? Okay. Morning, sir.
You ready to go?
Yes, sir.
We on?
We're on.
We're on. Okay. Hey, I hung out with Mike Thompson last night a little too long. I couldn't get up and get here. At least that's my story. Joni Tejan here running with Kate, coming into the second obstacle. These are our leftover nursery runs from yesterday that we couldn't get because of daylight. So we're going to run these today and then the open, and then we'll continue on from there. Joni's got 3 calves to stand together here. 3 red calves, might I mentioned earlier this morning. Nice, calm, and easy.
I like this cake.
Yep. Is this Kate dog
It's James.
James Butler's dog? That's what I was going to ask. Yep. Joni Tejan ready to get this as a puppy and train it for him, and is trialing him here. Will you take over in a little while?
Not if I can talk her into keeping it.
Okay.
They
So-
get along pretty good.
Yeah. So, nice looking dog. How old is the puppy?
She was in the fraternity this year. She's
So
just over two. Yeah,
just over 2.
she's got
so-
2 years of nursery left.
2 years of nursery. Oh Lord, that makes me gotta go hunt some more young dogs.
I heard you got a bunch of them coming up, though.
I do have some young dogs coming up, and I've got had some good people help me get these young dogs. Lincoln Rogers, got a Skeet Frank puppy. I got a Steve White Stan puppy. I will say it on the air. I've got a Lyle East Dottie puppy coming from Kelly. I've got a bunch of young dogs coming. I got some yearling dogs at home that are just waiting on a little maturity to start training. Coming into 3. cattle reacted to the dog, but not overreacted. Kind of looks like it might have worked out pretty good here. It's hard to tell from here how close they are to that panel. I would have never thought they was that close right there. I couldn't tell.
With the lighting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another reason I was sitting down there ready to go and everything, and I thought, I can't see to run a dog. Why would anybody else? I come around the hill and they've already run one.
Got a full day today.
That's for sure. A lot of dogs. You know, and without the facility here that you have, we would not be able to run this many dogs in 2 days. We'd have to have a 4-day deal.
She's doing a good job right here keeping.
She is.
One cat wants to leave. She has fought it all the way.
Change this perspective here. Would you try to push her up 2 or back 1?
She just what she's doing. She's keeping them just close enough to stay in
Okay.
contact and not
Okay.
letting the one get too
Yeah.
far to get out of contact.
Yep. Good job.
Very nice.
If she can make this tee, this will
Change the
put her
game.
in the lead.
Oh.
On the 4-day average, I believe.
Oh. Just enough, but not too much. If you're up early at home watching, this is a good run.
We've got about 22 viewers right now.
Okay. So what is today? Saturday?
Today is Saturday, I believe.
I lose track of
Last I
days.
looked, I did too.
I've been gone about 8 days now. I'm retired, so I don't really keep up with it. It messes me up sometimes. Wasn't for the pill bottles, I'd have to take everyone. I would never know. About 6:45 here. You know, the opening was widened up yesterday for the nursery, but it's still a tedious thing because it's a dead end stop for these cattle. And the draw is up the hill toward the exhaust, and they've been through this course a couple of times, so they know where it's at. So it's a push right here, but Joni's doing a great job. I almost want to hold my breath. I didn't say that. That's the difference in the 6 inches of a nose and in or out.
Want to smell it?
Well, just getting that nose on the other side of the bar. If you can get the nose on that side, most of the time they'll go on in. That one cow, he just bumped it with his nose. That's how close it can be. You know, and now we're talking about time.
15 seconds,
Yeah,
unofficially.
it's pretty close over here. You know, and that's how close it was. A matter of inches of completing or not completing there. And that, but that's a good run, a very good run. Nice control run. Stockmanship was good. You know, and that's what this is about. In the end, this is about cow dogs moving stock, or goat dogs, or sheep dogs. It don't matter. Stock. At your farm, your ranch, whatever you have. That's what this is really about. This is for us, competitors, the people that own them. We don't go see how good our dogs are trained and how good they work and under these conditions and pressures and how precise they can be. But the end result really is using these dogs at home. You know, that's what they were born to do. A couple of thousand years maybe of inherited traits.
Yes, sir.
So.
Next up is Jeremy McBride and Rip. Oh, just. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Justin McBride and Rip. Well, I just have to be looking at it.
Well, I
Yeah.
think it is Jeremy though.
Is it? It is for sure, Jeremy. Okay, so whoever's typing this,
Well, you see,
Yeah.
I think on the original
Well,
deal I got, it was Justin McBride on the deal I got from Chris the very first time. Because that other name that I got, Ron, it's Rick. The one you corrected me on yesterday. On the those sheets I got from Chris the first time.
well, I've had my name spelled every which way you can spell it.
From the front of that to the barn, once you make the fence, then you go anywhere.
Okay. I don't believe I've seen Jeremy or his dog run this weekend. This is his first run.
I believe so.
Of any-
I haven't
any-
seen
In
it.
the field.
Okay, he's run over there
He ran in the ranch
in the ranch. Okay.
last night.
All right. All right. Hey, I got I talk about a lot of silly stuff sometimes, but a guy helped me the other day with some pointers and told me what I was doing wrong and what I need to do right, and I started getting some points. And you think, well, that's not a big deal. It was because I wasn't getting any at that time. Started getting some points, and then last night I had a little success in the ranch using what he told me. And James Butler, I took it for heart because I think he knows what he's doing.
Oh, he is.
But
He's
thank
very
you,
good.
James. It was very, very important last night. Okay, we're off and running.
The clock didn't start.
I can see over here. As a competitor, these cows, it's timed event and points. Of course, these cattle are trotting, but they're trotting together. We don't have one wanting to run off and leave the other one or anything like that right now. So if he can hold them together and trot them right on up through there, we're all good. And one morning I hadn't said that. Just gonna bend them right here. It's very important, and I talk about good, bad, and ugly. I've got a dog that he wants to slash sometimes, and I can just see that being a point where he'd want to slash instead of being those cattle and stay out. But that guy, Jeremy, just bent them right in there, and didn't cause a fuss, and they're still trotting up the hill. I don't know everybody here and their situation at their farm or ranch or whatever, but like I know Alex Hodge and Lincoln Rogers, myself,
Yes, sir.
use these dogs. These same dogs
Yes, sir.
are used at home together, goats, sheep, cattle, at our house. So it's like they come to town to play. Now they're dirty or mixed. Dirty is a term we use when they become 2 in, 1 out. He's got to reload them back down the hill. And he's going out of sight. Well, I got him right here on the screen. I couldn't see him myself, but he's got to get them back down there. Of course, they know where they're going, and the exhaust is up here behind us. We're in a trailer, and they're up here behind us. Exhaust is, so that draw is heavy to it once you let them get up the hill. And of course, cattle that travel downhill faster than they travel uphill. He's got them headed back toward the opening. They're just strung out right now. And that looks like that same cow that come around this way a while ago. She says, I can go this way. I've been there. Dog's off right now, maybe too far off to get that done. Might have to wheel it back the other way. Nope, he's coming back. Now we're creating a pattern that's hard to break. I guess my counterpart slept in worse than I did this morning. I think he took his kids hunting.
He did.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, that was the horn of 4 minutes. You have 4 minutes to get them up and out of number 2 to continue on. The timeline, if you get the fetch and it's hit or miss, either make it or break it, you can get partial points down there. But if you miss it altogether, then the timeline moves to number 2, and that is a 4-minute floor on that deal. So you didn't get them in 4 minutes and out. It's hard when they go up that hill to get them back. I experienced that with Rip yesterday. And, you know, and as a competitor, when they went up the hill and the first time I didn't come back, I knew that it was probably done. I kept on a little bit too long probably, but so today, and then like you know, I'm out of the average with a couple of dogs. I'm still in there with my female in the open, but like in the average, so I'm going to be trying to win day money here with 2 dogs, and I may be trying to push a little more than I would if I was still in the average. So if something like that happens, my thoughts, you know, you theorize this stuff at night when you're sitting there talking about it. So if that happens to me today, I'm probably going to save everybody some time and worry on the cattle and just get on out, because you're not going to win a day money. If you don't have a clean, smooth run smoking on this course, you're not going to place. It's an 8-minute course and the distance it is. So those are just some thoughts we have while we're talking and running around each other's heads. Acosta Cow Dogs. Frankie, from California, Bristol, Oklahoma. Training, sales, lessons, and clinics. Okay. Frankie is a rerun, is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, he's fixing to run right now.
Had a little, nothing he done or his dog did yesterday. It was a little hiccup with some handling back behind there at the exhaust, and just didn't get a Friday shot, so he's going to get a shot at it this morning. All right, predictions on the rain moving in. Gonna miss it. Jerry has stepped up. Don't miss it. Sprinkle. Good. All right, this is Frankie Acosta in summer. Winter, spring, and fall has already ran. I'm kidding. You know, folks at home watching, this is the nursery. I believe, and I think 2 out of 3, or maybe 3 other associations, they can't turn 4 in the year of the finals that you want to compete at. So these dogs are young. There's a whole lot of them will be in their, like 1 over 2 of them, they're 17 months old. I think that may be the youngest dog running here. And then of course, sure, there's a whole bunch of them under 3. And then there's a couple of 3-year-olds that they don't turn 4 till after July, so they can still run. Those are older dogs. Very nice outrun. Approaches the cattle very nice. Didn't stop it, but didn't run up in there. Introduced itself nice. Cattle are trotting off. Red one catches up. Oh yeah. Now it's just got to bend them a little bit. Yep. We talk about bubbles and flight zones in these cattle. You can watch these cattle and tell their flight zone might be a little wider than some of them, because they react quick to a dog. Very nice job.
Got it.
Very nice. Now, the other day, before these cattle were exhausted several times, I was trying to position myself where I could look right through the entrance to the exit and let those cattle go down the hill a little bit and bend them right up where they could see all the way through. Now today, since they've been exhausted and they know where it is up there, I don't know. I'm hoping to get enough runs in my eyes today early to see what's working, what's not working. I just know if you let them get up the hill over there, that's not going to do it. Like that cow is headed that way. Well, I had one in and two around, and they've gone up the hill. You got them stopped before they got too far. That's a plus. But we established this round and round pattern, and like they're running. They come in running. It was okay for the fetch and everything, but right here, we needed to slow them down. I think I got that advice from another handler. You know, sometimes you just got to stop the cattle, let them settle, and think about it just a minute. Even though it might take you 20 seconds of time, that's better than not getting any of it. Yep. But you know, that's that clock in our head is running too. We gotta go.
It's way different, you know.
Yep. All right, he's got him back in the screen part of it anyway. Taking a little bit different approach here. You know, and it's going to be close. He's to the 4-minute mark. Remember that 4-minute mark, and it got him here. So, you know, and I'm not. I'm just saying what it is. Yesterday, I think Frankie had 60 points or 90 points, and he took the rerun. So we lost some points today. I coached football for 25 years, and we always said don't take points off the board. But a little bit different here because you know there's a couple of full scores already. If you're trying to win the average, you can't safety up. So you got to shoot the three. So that's what Frankie did, and it didn't work this time. Hey, I know Mike's listening because when I come up the hill, he said, hey, there ain't nobody on the microphone. And he was watching his Facebook live feed. And I said, I'm headed that way. I'm getting up there. But I got some updates on Mike's age. He's approaching Methuselah now.
Methuselah?
Yeah, because he was telling me a story last night about when he was younger, working for a guy that had 300 rope horses, and he rode them all. And I was like, and I think he said.
I was there. It's a true story.
I mean, I think he said 3,000.
No, he said 300.
He said 300. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it
I
was
won't
300.
stretch it that far then. But 300, and I thought, wow, you are old if you got all that done. He maybe he's not listening now. Maybe he's walking up the hill. Fixing to have the open handlers meeting today. We're fixing to run the open, and I don't know what James decided about the 4-day average runs. We had a little discussion about something different last night, and I'll just leave it till I hear from him officially on that. Go in reverse order this morning in the open. Is that true, Ron? Will we reverse the order?
I actually think we are doing how you came in as that 4-day average.
Okay. That was part of the discussion last night.
I'm pretty sure Chris figured it out last night.
Okay,
before.
so, well, I mean, that, you know, high back, but that may be that
Yeah.
separate deal for the 4-day average.
Hello?
'Cause we talked about it, and that's going to make
Can you hear me?
you know, those guys maybe an extra run. That was in the nursery. Because they were going to run because of the rain coming in
Right.
and time. I don't know. We'll let James tell us
Yeah.
exactly what's
We
happening.
don't ever know what's going
No,
on.
no,
in
no,
James'
no.
father's head.
That's right. Okay, so we're about to have an open handlers meeting. James is out in the field talking with Lincoln Rogers right now, and I'm sure they're talking about maybe changing up a little bit, doing something different for this open. I don't know if they'll make it harder. I don't think they'll make it easier. Could be left alone. Windwalker Kennels, Chris Timmons. Give him a call for training and sales. Mountain State Stock Dog Association. Largest finals in the United States. It's a big party with a lot of good dogs. Afton, Wyoming, July, can't remember, /J, Johnny Tejan. Training, sales, lessons out in Wyoming. Jessen, High Roller Shootouts, live streams. Todd and James get together every year and put this on. It's a 4-day deal. It is a great event. Hospitality is outstanding. You can't believe the fun you can have here. Beaver Creek Border Collies, Shorty and Valerie Guerin. Good people, good dogs. Give them a call. Pew Productions putting this event together for us here in the live stream. If you need something produced or ads put together, give them a call. Neutrina, major sponsor, Mountain State Stock Dog and High Roller Deer, Cattle. Cluck Ranch, Spanish Goats and Border Collies.
I thought they're in Arizona. They're in Missouri.
Yep, I had a lady text me or message me yesterday. They're in Missouri. ZBC Stock Dogs. Mandy Post, the owner. Jim Zolman is the trainer. Give them a call in Wallowa, Oregon. I started to say Oregon, but I'm not that proper. There's Frankie's ad again. Frankie Acosta, Cow Dogs. Moved to Bristow from California. Oh, there's a picture of Phil. They're going to set up something a little different here. I guess Lincoln had some ideas and James had some, and they combined them. They're setting up some more panels. National Finals in Afton, Wyoming, 11th through the 16th of July, 2022 in Afton. Beautiful country, a great finals. It is a production to behold.
So we can come talk about the course if you want.
Hmm?
I just kind of opened up and
Yeah, I don't know what they're setting up. I don't know. You know, Lincoln had a trial. He had a big old log. I mean, like 7-foot tall log out in his pasture, and he used it for one of his fetch panels. And I thought it was a neat idea. And you know, and so I told James he had a natural set here. He had a set of trees down yonder, but they're a little bit close to the fence down there. There you go.
We use our dogs every day. You know, on the ranch, we run a lot of cattle here that would take 7 or 8 full-time cowboys, and we have no full-time cowboys. It's just me and my family and one hired guy. These dogs come out and handle these cattle and pen these cattle. We move 500-600 in a group at a time. with 1 or 2 dogs quietly. We breed and strive to breed working cattle and sheep dogs that are versatile enough and that have enough trainability and are biddable enough that you can work both stock with them. I think that we really focus on the health of our dogs. We health test all of our dogs. We really try to push to create the best dog with the best genetic background that we can, both health and pedigree wise. If you want to get a hold of us, go to milliron-sranch.com. Get a hold of us. We'll always get back to you. If you have any questions about anything, it's not about purchasing a dog, about a dog that you own that you need help with, please feel free to get a hold of us. Go to the website, milliron-sranch.com.
conservative values, and then they change once they get to Washington because they're bought by special interest. I feel the same way, and that's why I'm running. I'll be loyal to you, not the lobbyists and career politicians, a people's congressman. I'm a sixth-generation Texan. I come from a big conservative Christian family. My dad was a pastor, and my parents were missionaries in other parts of the world. I worked 2 jobs starting in high school and through grad school to afford my education. With hard work and determination, I've been so blessed to live the American dream. From my time traveling the country working for Ted Cruz, to living and working here in Montgomery County, to founding Texas Youth Summit to educate youth and inspire them to fight alongside our older generations to save our country, I realized 2 things. America is truly exceptional, and Texas is special. And we must do everything that we can to protect this land that we love. If you can trust me with your vote, then I promise you I will put America first. And that includes every American with a heartbeat. We will secure and protect our borders, gun rights, and elections. We will fight against big tech censorship and critical race theory being taught in our schools. We will back our military and our police. I'm Christian Collins, and I promise you this: no one will work harder on the campaign trail or as your congressman than me.
We use our dogs every day. You know, on the ranch, we run a lot of cattle here that would take 7 or 8 full-time cowboys, and we have no full-time cowboys. It's just me and my family and one hired guy. These dogs come out and handle these cattle and pen these cattle. We move 500-600 in a group at a time with 1 or 2 dogs quietly. We breed and strive to breed working cattle and sheep dogs that are versatile enough and that have enough trainability and are biddable enough that you can work both stock with them. I think that we really focus on the health of our dogs. We health test all of our dogs. We really try to push to create the best dog with the best genetic background that we can, both health and pedigree wise. If you want to get a hold of us, go to milliron-sranch.com. Get a hold of us. We'll always get back to you. If you have any questions about anything, it's not about purchasing a dog, about a dog that you own that you need help with, please feel free to get a hold of us. Go to the website, milliron-sranch.com.
we ought to be getting close to starting our open here this morning at the High Roller Cattle Dog Trial. Course changed a little bit from yesterday. First of all, got Lincoln Rogers sitting here with us, our guest commentator from Seminary, Mississippi. Lincoln's had a lot of success trialing, and also helped set up the different obstacle this morning for our course. He calls it a turkey foot, and so anything goes good, bad, or ugly, it's on Lincoln. About that, Lincoln, go ahead and explain your turkey foot.
Well, some people call it a Maltese cross, but we are still in the South, and turkey foot just sounds right, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is a little bit of angles up there at the cross instead of just being perfectly straight. You know, the first time I ever saw one, it like, oh my goodness, it kind of spooked me. But the thing about it is, you got to enter on this uphill side and turn them left going up the hill to number 4. It's not really a big deal, except the distance from 2 to 3 is looks like about 60 yards to me. So it's a pretty good distance, and you got to go over and help guard.
Mm-hmm.
Talk us through how you going to handle it.
Oh,
That way
you don't have to help, but you go in that entrance, and there's an exit to the right, the left, and straight. You need to go out the one to the left. So you need to swing that dog around, you know, and cover them to the right and straight out. You can help put them in, you know.
I understand that, but like the cattle go in right here, then there's one straight away.
Yep. They're going to want to run straight through there, so you need to swing the dog around there and head them off.
Okay, so Lincoln says that with confidence and pride because he has Tuco, which has jet propulsions in his ankles. If I have my dog, Katie, she has lead weights on her ankles. So we have a little bit
Hey, the
different
slower the
strategy.
better, though.
Well, it might be, but if you know, it's
see.
doable. I've seen it done.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
actually accomplished it one time. But
We'll see.
Yep.
So we're running the first 8 dogs are the 8 dogs that just showed up for the high roller trial, the 2-day dogs. And then after that, I believe we're starting with those dogs that were in the 4-day average in reverse order of how they're placed, starting with dog 9. Is that right?
I think it's the average right now.
yeah,
How everyone's placed.
Yeah, 'cause-
What's
Right.
average?
yeah, because I'm up.
Can I get a run order then?
I'm at
Oh,
the top.
yes. So that would be right.
Oh, thank you.
Lincoln, you're right.
You're right, right. So the last, 4 dogs are,
I think we're
They weren't in the Ford. They weren't at top.
those first 4 dogs.
well, the first 8 dogs weren't at Ardmore.
Okay, okay. I
Right.
see what you're saying.
Right.
And then I'm 9th, and I'm out of that average. I didn't enter the 4-day with Walt, so
Oh, yeah?
that's another one there.
Okay, first 9 dogs.
Yeah. So I'm running at day money.
Yeah.
And
Me
I
too.
was talking earlier today, I'm going to probably try to go faster than I probably need to do. Okay. Todd just says we can barely hear me, so I don't know why. I didn't do nothing. Nope.
No, that one's good. That one's
Yep.
good.
Yep. Maybe I'm just not talking into it close enough, Todd. As I was saying, I'm going to be probably going faster than I need to be. Or I don't know. It just depends on the cattle. But really, there's no need. If your cattle get through 1, get up here to 2, you got 4.5 minutes. If they go up the hill, or if you're having to ring them 2 or 3 times and you don't get it done pretty quick, you're not going to win the day money anyway. So I'm probably going to save my dog and time for everybody else and not put a lot of undue stress on the cattle. Just there's
And
no
the-
need in it.
The cattle have been run twice yesterday, right?
Yep.
So, we made one of these obstacles a lot harder. The cattle are supposed to be, hopefully, theoretically, a little better.
Yep. The only, the other side of that, they know where the exhaust is up here behind us.
Yeah.
And they,
Depends on how that calf was treated yesterday.
okay. He says he can hear Lincoln really well, but barely hear you. How about now, Todd? It's on.
Yeah, Stewart got the good one.
This minute ago, Stuart can be heard really well.
I don't know. But anyway. So we're waiting on
Jim.
Jim Rochester.
Jim Rochester and Goose.
Yeah, that hill, it's taxing, isn't it?
It is. You got. I mean, seriously, you got to think about it. Going to send a dog from Hano's line at the end of this 6th obstacle here. And who is whistling?
This is Jim, Rochester, and Goose.
Oh.
He's ready and he's waving, and we're going. He looks cool and confident.
I think he just walked all the way around and he's propped up resting.
Oh, he's tired. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think don't misunderstand that for give out.
And there he goes.
We're working on a time clock right now. They changed it.
Well, them cattle stopped right behind that trailer. There's not much room there to squeeze around them. I like that approach. A lot of them dogs just blow through there, and right off the bat, the cattle get a little spooked of the dog immediately, you know. Whoop.
Didn't seem to offend the cattle any yet. Not wanting to come off the trailer. They are coming off there. We got a little bit of a tail kink there in one. Like, don't do that no more. You know, getting those cattle moved off there, maybe he'd had to nip a little bit at them. But now, we don't need that because they're moving. And you know, some of these dogs, when they get a little push, they like a little push.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they want to go keep on, so. But Jim's still getting going now.
So this is live?
Yeah.
Yesterday we were, 10 seconds behind, but this is live.
Yeah. Well, there may be a slight delay, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It don't look like
but
it,
we're
though.
we're seeing live.
Yeah.
But when it
Oh,
goes
okay.
from here to your
When it goes to the phone,
your
it's
phone, it's a
10
little
seconds
bit
or so.
delay.
Sometimes it's 20 depending on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be
Bend
able
them,
to
bend them, bend them.
when you talk.
He's relying on their just coming on, and they did. Gambled and it paid. So Jim's looking at 2.5 minutes to get from the first one up here and through and complete
Yeah.
number 2. So,
We give him 4.5 minutes to
Yep.
get points on number 2.
yep,
And number 2's tough.
it is.
I don't know why, but it is. All that open space, and they're thinking, why should I go in there when I can go left or right?
Well,
All that
that's,
open space.
here, get around and bend that. There's a lot of open space, and up behind us here, of course, the exhaust is up there too, and they can see it from there when they come up that hill.
And he's allowed to walk wherever he wants and help, but some handlers feel like, they don't need to get too close to the cattle. Some handlers get right up there and help. Depends on the cattle. Oh, no.
Oh, a good example of being too far
Yeah.
at that time.
Too far at that time.
That
That's right.
Because you know he can. I have confidence he can.
I trust him to swing around there and
Yep.
stop where I
Yep.
want him.
Yep. Yep.
And puts a lot less work on me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also sometimes a weakness of mine too, is I try to make the dog do it when I should be getting my butt over there and helping.
Yeah. Yep. Ears means
I didn't know
cover 'em.
what you were talking about.
Ears means cover them. I warned you. Okay, Jim and Goose, say that 4.5 minutes to complete number 2, and they didn't get it done over there. Hey, look, guys, there's a bunch of buzzards flying over down there. Have y'all seen Mike Thompson lately? Y'all better check on him.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's better off not saying nothing. I'll
Yeah,
take off.
no, I'm just gonna let that one go. Oh, I hope Mike is listening.
He is.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I wanted Brandon to fly that drone through the course like them kids was running through it the other day, but I don't think he's that good of a pilot.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a pilot here. Alex Hodge is a helicopter pilot. You know
yeah?
that?
Yeah, I did. He flies
Yes, sir.
mid-flight.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
Maybe he could have flown.
he can fly.
Yeah.
He flies when it counts.
It's amazing the stuff some of these guys aren't just dog trainers and
Yeah.
cattlemen.
Yeah. And we were talking about that the other day, Lincoln. You know, we got all walks of life in this business. But yeah, he flies med-flight. I hope I don't never have to ride with him.
Oh, I know.
No. Next up, we got Rick Morgan and Roxy.
Where's Rick from? Anybody
I
know?
was about to ask you, Missouri?
Okay, Missouri.
Down around the Boot Hill, I think. That's what he said.
And boy, can he trial.
Yeah, he can.
Oh, dog trying to find the cattle. There he
Got
goes.
him now. You can tell when they
I
find
know
him.
it.
He's loping out there, kind of looking, and it says him there. It's another gear.
The ears go back too
Yep,
sometimes.
Yep. Yep. You know, I have a puppy at home, a yearling dog. If she's going to her right, her left ear drops back. If she's going to her left, her right ear drops back. You can change her directions, her ears will flop just like that. I can't wait to get her trained and put her in a trial and watch it. When, almost like a rudder.
That's how you know your flanks are clean. It
Yeah.
makes sure that ear.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, out here in this big field, these cattle, you know, they just shouldered up now, but they had the one looking away. You dogs got to be responsive and in tune with what you're telling it at the time. There's not a little room for error.
Speed this up a little bit.
What's your game plan coming into two? You gonna push them down the hill and try to bring them back up, or you gonna go over and help block that right side, or?
You know, I don't know. With this draw, you know, just let them walk. Look at them walking. Let them go. Some people
With
try
this
to,
set of cattle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some people try to bounce them over there to the right a little way, so when they're entering that obstacle, they can see out
That's what I did.
straight
yesterday.
through this hole we're looking at.
Yeah. But these cattle looks like they're gonna walk
Yeah, let them go. You know.
right up in it. Awesome. Boy, right here now, you can't hardly help yourself. You've come through one, you've come through two at 2:09, and you're thinking, watch this.
Yep.
But it's a long ways from there to 6.
It's a long ways. You know, when they're coming uphill, they're thinking about this corner behind us.
Yep.
When they're going downhill, they're thinking about that set-out trailer.
Yep.
When they're going uphill towards that hay barn, they're thinking about that corner up there.
Yep.
And then when they come over here to the Y, they're thinking about the exhaust.
Yep. You know, people, if you've not ever done this, there's a lot of thoughts going through your mind if you let it, and I admit sometimes it happens to me. It's a good set of cows.
It really
But
is.
halfway through here, don't screw this up. Don't mess this up. But you need to be thinking about what you got it to accomplish instead of that. So that's a lot of experience.
Well, he's doing good.
He is.
All right, we're going to see how this obstacle here
Don't
works.
say nothing. This is on Lincoln, good, bad, or ugly.
This is a good dog and a good draw of cattle. Let's see if he can get it done. So the camera angle, you can see straight through. That's what the cattle can see too. And they're going to want to go straight through, but he's got to turn them to the left somehow, some way. And he can help. He can go anywhere he wants to. He's got
You can
two.
bring that one back around. This is
He's there.
Hey.
He needs to get that red heifer in there.
yes. If he can get this red heifer in,
The other two are settled just right. There he goes. They're calm cattle. He's swinging the dog around there.
you know, it's 3 holes and a dog and a man. The numbers don't add up. So,
No, 4 holes.
well, the one hole we want them out of.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's 3 holes.
3 wrong
hard and
holes.
only 2 objects, and he is going to get it done.
That's how it's done. Good dog work.
You good, Jerry? Good dog work with a good set of cows. Hey, and you know we got 10 minutes on this course today. So
And he's at 450.
yeah, unofficially on our clock there.
Yeah.
4:55. So it's right on, clear to close.
And he hasn't really disturbed them.
Nope.
They're trucking now.
And that's okay right here through this. And it's just I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
I gotta quit doing that. Same time. I thought this was just gonna slip right on through there.
Brandon flew over the course with his drone this morning. He's putting that together so that way people can get a bird's eye view of what these obstacles look like. With the camera, it just looks like a bunch of panels on some of them, you know.
Yeah, and he's brought breakfast for us.
Look at there.
I know, because he's done 1, 2.
Well, Rick Morgan just got that obstacle. He's headed out to the Y. This obstacle seems to shut everybody down.
Pretty tough. It's a dead end.
They cannot see through it, and they don't like going in there.
Yep.
And we're 6 minutes in. They've walked all over this field.
He's going to swap sides. I saw that done yesterday, and it was successful.
Well, he's good at settling cattle where he wants them settled. You know, he settled them in the turkey foot. He settled them right here.
Talking to James about that yesterday, sometimes you got to stop and give up 20 seconds. Just let the cows sit and think. This dog's done a great job of not picking fights.
Mm-hmm.
Look at here, come by. Away. Yep.
1, 2, 3.
All right, now we got to get him down the hill into number 6. I hope. Right in front of us.
See, there was only 2 dogs that completed that Y yesterday. Is that
I
right?
think that's correct.
And he's got 2.5 minutes to do more than that. Don't make any sudden movements, Stuart.
I'm frozen like a statue.
She's built like her dad.
Boy, they're really wanting, they're really searching for
An out.
an out.
Yep.
He's got 1.5 minutes. This roundabout's the last obstacle, correct?
Yep. Time starts when they come out the right side as we're looking at it.
I may have muted you a few times.
That may be why Todd couldn't hear me. We just we put that other microphone up out there. It picks up the handlers really good out there in case you didn't know about it. If you get to grit your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Just heads up. And
I'm glad you told me that.
yeah, we're basically hot mic all the time. Okay, so
Okay.
that's why we can't. That's why we can't get Jerry and Verona to talk to us. They just look at us and wiggle their ears or raise their eyebrows or nod. You know, that's all we get out of them.
Dang, I think I called my dog something yesterday. I hope nobody heard it.
Okay, if we're confessing when Rip went over here behind the trailer, I called him a little precious animal,
That's sweet of you.
something like that. Oh, yeah. I would definitely
Wow.
want to.
All right, here we go. Brandon flew this drone over the course here. See what he's got for us. This will be cool. I like seeing them kids run around it in Ardmore, but boy, this is a big course for them poor kids.
Yeah.
We're working on it, folks.
No pressure, Brandon, but hurry up. Hurry up and run.
All right. Boy, this drone's cool. So he's right above the trailer where the cattle are set out right now. We're up in that white trailer at the top of the hill. That's obstacle number 1. 10 points ahead.
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
Yep.
You could finish with 10 points or 30 points on that obstacle,
Yep.
and then you move on. Coming around here, now this is, I like how you swung this drone around here. You see, you can put your cattle here and they see straight through. They go in this hole and out to the right. And some people like to set their cattle upright so they can see through. Going back downhill. Some of these cattle run downhill and want to go back to that trailer. Here's my turkey foot. In this hole, out to the left, out uphill towards the hay barn. There's 4 holes. People probably not gonna like me after that.
It's a bit about the same.
Well, it depends on if they finish or not.
Yeah.
This obstacle we had yesterday, it's just curling through it. Y'all had one in Ardmore. You had a blue barrel there instead of that panel.
Yep.
Same deal. And this is the one that shuts everybody down. I know it shuts me down. Them cattle are up here. They're tired. They don't want to go through here. It looks closed off. In and out to the left. And here's James's obstacle, since he's the only one who's done it. Little roundabout. in towards the white trailer, out towards the deer stand, you know, around that hay bale, hay ring.
Sorry for the choppiness of the video. We had to speed it up for sake of time.
And that's it. This is Ron Long and Woodrow.
Pick up Ron Long down on the fetch. Set of 3 heifers down here, red heifers. We had a theme going yesterday. 1 red, 2 blacks. Better get back.
Yeah. Better get back.
See, Chris Timmons has inspired me. Every time he's a cowboy poet.
Cowboy
he's wrote
poet.
a book, you know, poetry. So every
Yeah.
time I get a chance to make a rhyme, I
Yeah. Well, don't tell him that. Don't tell him he might publish it.
yeah,
He'll steal it from you.
Yeah.
that's okay.
3 reds though. Did y'all
3
agree
reds.
yesterday that? Yeah.
Yeah, we want 3 reds.
Maybe so.
Yeah, I had 3 reds with Katie, and I was the most successful with those.
But the winner did have 3 blacks, so
Yeah,
You don't know.
That was James Butler. So
oh, that was
don't-
James.
he
So
don't count.
yeah.
They said, shoot, sounds like Lincoln could be a news broadcast.
see, he was telling those cattle the whole time. You know, you'd either do good or you do freezer. James's cattle. He was telling them, either go through this course or you wind up in the freezer. So. Yeah, Lincoln has that. He has that voice for radio. Phase 2.
This is the
But,
first time I've ever done anything like this, so
Very nice.
beautiful. Where'd he get this dog?
Richard Brendan.
Richard Brennan.
Yep.
That's what I thought. He's an older dog.
Yep. I don't know how old, but I'm gonna say 6 or 7 maybe.
And Richard trialed this dog and did
Yep.
good for a long time, didn't he?
Yep. Woodrow.
Well, we'll be careful.
Oh,
These dogs are tough, ain't they?
these dogs are tough. Woodrow, you know, they're focused. He was focused on that cow and kind of run into that panel there. You know, they have a amazing focus and intensity.
Yeah, I've seen some of these dogs get run over, kicked, or something,
Oh yeah.
and you're thinking, you know, a human, me, if I got kicked like that, I'd have to take a second for
Yeah.
sure, no doubt.
Yeah.
No matter how tough that you might think you are, I mean,
Yeah. So we got Lincoln's got a voice for radio. Well, I didn't know. I'm gonna go into my radio voice, ladies and gentlemen.
there it
We're
is.
here.
I'm trying to use correct grammar and stuff, and
Oh, you
do
haven't been listening to me and Steve?
do away with certain words that I normally might use.
Just be yourself.
But I can't make myself say Maltese cross. What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's just a turkey foot. Come on, folks.
They call that a Maltese cross?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheep world.
Okay.
First time I ever saw one, it was look at here. Ooh,
That was fast.
guys through a funnel.
What a set. Look how tightly they're. Oh,
Uh-oh. Would that have been a case maybe come around and just stop them just a second?
yeah. Maybe so.
And I ask that as an educational question for
Well,
myself, you know, truly.
I don't know. You know, you flank out there in front of them a little bit, and sometimes it stops them and turns them back downhill.
Yeah.
You let them go like they're going, maybe that's best. But you know,
And when we're sitting here, when you're out there, your mind changes thoughts different. Ron's got him walking again now. He just let him, walk right around that and bend them like that. Play follow the leader now.
Do like Brandon on day 1 in Ardmore.
Yeah.
Eating chips. And
Man, I've been there all day, Lincoln. I'm just trying to get a morsel of food in my belly.
what's his time look like?
6:24.
Good for Ron. Love to see Ron do good. He's as good of a guy as is here, isn't he?
Yep. Well, he's smoking it now.
We're just looking for the top 5.
Look at Ron go.
Oh, don't do too much.
He's trying to keep him away from this side of the hay ring. They got to go around the outside of the hay ring. He's sending the dog around. Look at Ron Long, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first finished run today. Excellent job, Ron. Great job.
That's going to be hard to beat.
You bet. He said, "Boss, I did it. We do it. I'm fixing to play some."
That's funny.
7:42.
All right.
That's gonna be tough.
There's an ad.
10-minute course.
Yes, on 10-minute course.
There was an ad for the American Ranch Dog Trials. You been to one of those?
No, I haven't.
Boy, you talk about fun. Them boys that put that on, that's a good set of cowboys. They do it right. They're fair. Cattle are good. Courses are hard.
Good
Do it on
deal.
horseback.
Yeah,
Fun.
you've been to several of those. haven't
I've just been to one,
you? One,
and I will
One.
be going back.
I hear you. National Cattle Dog Association, NCA. One of our sponsors, another association, puts some luck out. Look here, LR Tuco. Talk about him.
Old Tuco, the big ugly white dog.
Big ugly white.
You know where the name comes from? I've told you, I'm sure.
Well, tell us again.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, the old movie.
Oh yeah.
Tuco's the ugly, the Mexican.
Yeah, I hear you.
And there's Jess.
Yep, 4M stock dogs. That's us.
That's your new
Yep.
bullet.
Yep, I hope so. Mill Iron S, Steve White and his border collies. Training started dogs, puppies. Get a hold of Steve. Mayrick Kennels.
Who is that? Are they here?
They're up in Canada.
Canada.
They're not here.
Okay.
The top 5 has a
I did.
420 and up.
Neutrina, major sponsor of Mountain State Stock Dog Association. Butler High Roller Deers and Cattle. A lot of feed. Lee, Hanging Trees.
He's
Ranching.
down in my neck of the woods.
Down in Mississippi. He's been in Florida this week putting on the
Clinic with Bobby Dykes.
Bobby Dykes. That's right. Ultimate Stock Dog Challenge, what they call
Yeah.
it. Speaking of Bobby Dykes,
Bobby Dykes.
Diamond D. Him and his wife on a horse and
Yeah,
facility.
that's
and
not
dog
Bobby. He's not
training.
the face. She's the face.
No, yeah. Pew Productions putting all this on for us, putting it together, putting the ads together for all of us. All right, back to our live action. Here comes Jim Rochester and Scooch. I believe Jim ran first too, didn't he?
He did.
So he's going to run both his dogs early here.
Scooch is out of a dog named War, running an Ada dog later on in the nursery. She's a War pup. I got another one at the house. A War can produce a pretty good little cow dog.
Okay, so that's something I didn't know. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't know what it was out of.
War's another white dog. Looks just like Tuco. Spitting image.
Reason he keeps saying that, I had a white dog and I've got a white dog, but I'm just not a fan of white dogs, and I have no reason to. It's just personal preference. Love Lincoln's dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon's got a white dog. I actually have a full brother to Brandon's dog. He's my wife's puppy. His name's Tater. His full name is Couch Tater, because that's what he likes to do.
I don't care the color, you know.
Yeah, I really don't either.
Yeah.
I should give.
Seems like there's a lot of people though that they like that pretty red or just the classic black and white.
Well, if you go look at my kennels, they're spotted, long-haired, short-haired, flop-eared, prick-eared. I mean, I got them all, but
Yeah.
but Tuco could live in my kennel.
Well, good. Thank you.
Yeah, he could live in it.
You can't have him though.
I know. I can't afford him.
But that's something that somebody's been asking me. There's a lot of white dogs out there.
Yep.
Here there might just be a handful, but
Yep.
dozens of them, good ones.
We was talking about that some at the fraternity back in November.
Yeah.
Randall and Roy Cox and me and some others talking about it, and Randall had some insight on that. It didn't start. It actually was at sheepdogs over across the pond that one sheepdog over there really had a lot of white influence.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I didn't know that. Randall was telling us that, and he had pictures of it and all that on his phone. Nice through the first fetch. You know, that's about the same time that Ron just had coming through the first fetch.
Yeah.
A little bit of difference here. These cattle are not as shouldered up.
Yeah,
They are
they're
trotting.
moving.
They're not spread out, but
Look at them run.
Well, he's coming at this obstacle at the angle, you know, where they can see the wrong hole and not the right hole.
yeah, they went up the hill on him. He's moved over there to help block that hole.
That black calf doesn't like his red buddies.
No.
Is this what y'all were talking about yesterday? What was the quote?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Chris is not here. If it's black, stay back.
Yeah, we got one black, stay back. 3 reds, go ahead.
3 reds, go
I'm
ahead.
getting better at it.
Good job. Had to fight it a little bit.
Yep. That's a good job.
So Sonny is saying that it's a Maltese cross. The chicken foot is angled.
Oh, yeah. The turkey foot or the chicken foot is angled.
Yeah.
Maltese cross
Straight across.
is what, like a plus sign?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Just
Well, it's angled a little bit. It's somewhere in between a turkey foot and a Maltese cross.
Oh, yours was a true turkey at your trial.
It was very angled, yeah.
very angled.
You could step in there and you could see right, left, and straight.
Yep.
And I tried to angle this one a little bit so where they can come in there and they can see that exit to the left. But James said, I think we're overthinking it. It needs to be hard. That's the thing. He loves hard courses. We all do, really. Especially when you get 34 dogs of this caliber.
Yeah.
The course better be hard.
Yeah, if you don't, it just becomes a speed trap.
Yeah.
I mean, just run and gun.
Boy, he's having to work. What do you do here, Stuart?
Let's get it wrong. This is a question about, do we go get the one, bring it back, or take the two to the one?
Well, she needs to be stopped. That's for sure.
She got to be stopped
There he
and get
goes.
them back in the herd. But she's not wanting to play that game, so I don't know. If you let her go on now, she's gonna go all the way to the bottom, and then you're really in trouble.
Well, he's trying to. He's going to get the two. The dog is a little confused.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard on a dog. Like our nature says, go get that one. It's running off. So
The dog's real confused.
yeah,
This has really shut him down for a second here.
yep. He's in a bind. Just that black cow gets back down there in that corner, it's going to really, and Jim can tell it's a frustrating deal.
Right
Standing
here,
out there.
From here, I'd take 2 to 1 all day long.
Yeah, at this
you
point
can-
you got to.
You can send a perfect dog down there, super tough, correct dog, and that calf is so close to that trailer full of cattle.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what kind of dog you
No.
have.
No, and that's the thing. If you be honest with yourself and don't lie to yourself, these dogs do all they can to please us, to work. But these cattle, if they don't want to be stopped, there's not a dog out here
Yeah.
going to stop them. Kind of got those red cows down there where that calf can see it now. Let's just see if it will honor that dog. And
He's walking that fence, looking for a way out.
yeah,
Dog still is a touch confused. There's cattle in the trailer behind him. There's a single calf off to his right. There's 2 calves in front of him.
no, these dogs are not robots. I mean, we train them to do what we tell them to
Yeah.
for these trials and stuff. But he's out there thinking, hey,
Yeah.
you want me to go get one too? Which ones do you want me to leave?
But that's why you have to do it. That's why we do it all.
And like we talked about, when they started going downhill again, they start to run downhill like they're going back to that entrance.
When you get to where you can't play a shooter, opens up.
And
If it's hanging out,
it's tricky to hold them together.
yeah, slow back. Yeah. In this situation, what they're talking about, you go high back, and the points, you're done. Yeah, it's easy. I mean, if you've ever seen it done, it's easy.
He brought those 2 reds over that black one, and
Yep.
she come right off that fence.
You hate to, at any point, just quit the run, but there comes a time and point where it's not worth it. He's at 8:30 here on our clock, and
Yeah.
he's not going to beat the running run. He's probably not going to get many more points. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
You just let your dog live to run another day.
Yeah.
You know.
And he did good. Didn't do a whole
Yeah,
lot
no,
wrong.
No, it just
Dog got a little confused there, but
yeah. Well, they got confused because that black cow wanted to run
Yeah.
off, and right now I'm done.
yeah.
Just exhaust them, get some help, get them out of here.
There is sometimes though. I know he's only got 10 seconds, but look how close he is. If he had
Yeah, I mean, but he's not in the 4-day average.
no, yeah,
So
yeah.
he's not going to win the day,
But every point counts at these deals.
Although you
Oh, I know it's. Too little, too late.
Yeah.
Boy, Neutrini's a great sponsor, aren't they?
They are. They have backed dog trialing, especially in Mountain States and High Roller and Jessen's trials. Loyal Life feeds the dog feed part of it.
Is this at Steve's place?
Yeah.
That's a great commercial.
Yes, sir.
Up next, Ron Ensroth and Annie. Ron's been trialing a long time. Very proficient at it. Started out in the sheep world. Is that true? Yep. Moved over to cattle, I don't know how long ago, but he does a great job with his dogs and trialing.
A lot of folks here come from a sheepdog background. They used to trial way back when, you know.
Okay. Me too. I come from 3 sheepdog trials.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
God, would have went to 4, but they told me to go
They
back.
said don't come back.
Yeah. No, I entered the sheepdog at the Mountain States Finals in the Ultimate Stock Dog.
Oh.
Yeah, Steve said, you need to get an Ultimate Stock Dog. You're going to be there anyway. We got some range ewes coming off, and it'll be just like cattle. I've never had cattle run that fast. I promise you, my
Who
cows
said that, Steve?
can't run. Yeah, Steve said, come on, it'll be
Man.
fun, he said. My cattle cannot run that fast. They can't change directions that fast. Oh, man. So this year, I'm going to the Mountain States Cattle Dog Finals.
Well, I know there's a few people here that came from, sheepdog trialing
Yeah.
for years. I know Chris Timmons used to do it. Randy
Yep.
Burns used to do it.
Yep.
Ron.
Hey, and I'm going to say it. If you can go trial sheep, you can trial cattle because you learn to read stock.
Yes, sir.
Because you got to read them faster and you got to learn balance points and pressure points.
Yeah.
It helps, no doubt.
And a lot of people got trained. I know I did. Started getting trained by those who
Yeah.
did primarily sheep trials.
Yes, for sure.
I think it really helps with treating these cattle the right way, especially cattle like this.
Yep. Their flight zones are a little bigger.
Yeah. Open field cattle like this,
Yep,
it's
yep,
all
yep.
it's all the same.
I was watching some English finals over there this past summer. Me and my wife sitting there watching them on TV. That's amazing. I mean, it is amazing
I need to watch more of that.
what those dogs can do.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be impressed with it.
That's right.
Look at here. Lead them on, old Black. There's certain time parameters that you got to kind of know. It's somewhere between 2 and 2:45 coming out of number 2 to finish the course.
Yeah.
So you got to have that clock in your head. or on your arm watching it. A lot of these old sheepdog trotters, they got a stopwatch on their
They do.
arm.
Or in their head.
Or
huh?
in their head, yeah, but I carry a stopwatch, and
Yeah, I need to start.
I've tried it. I can't remember to look at it.
Well, I can't either. You know, it doesn't change a whole lot because I feel like if I try to hurry up or slow down,
Yeah.
especially if I try to hurry up.
Well, I think if you use it more, you learn to glance at it and start the pace changes at different times.
Well, like right here, you know, this is a slow pace. He's burning clocks, but I would certainly say do not speed up.
I wouldn't try to jam right here.
This is just right.
Mm-hmm. You got a good set of cattle and you walk them through the course.
Ron, is one Meeker?
I believe so, with a dog named Merc.
Okay, Meeker, one of the toughest, biggest sheepdog trials in the country.
I believe there's a waiting list on it every year.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, like years in line. You know, you got to enter it. That's why I say another day. They're not going to worry about me entering it or waiting in line either.
No. Beautiful flank with those cattle. Look at Ron. Boy, I made it too easy, Stuart.
Somebody's mic muted. Todd said he can't hear him loud.
No, I'm not muted.
Mic check, mic check.
No, it's on.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Mic check, mic check.
I don't know. We've got voice on our phones up here on the live feed. Ron Ensworth, show it how it's done. Trotting them right through 4. It's gonna get titchy up here.
Yeah.
Grandma would say it's gonna get titchy right here, cause we got to come into this dead obstacle
trap.
right here, this trap, and I can't let them get up the hill toward the exhaust.
This is what I love about these things: the stockmanship. Trying to read this black cow who wants to leave his buddies.
Yep.
I mean, you better be perfect, you know.
He done a good. Still having to go ahead and push that in back. And you got to turn them back.
Ooh. We talk about tough dogs. That dog just got stepped on. He jumped up, flanked around, trying to stop him again, you know. Yep. Yeah. I'll just still be laying there. Dog doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Just some cattle just hard to stop them.
I did that whenever you Jessica. Yeah, I just went to commercial.
He's up there trying to get his cattle back off the exhaust, bring them back. He's got
Yep.
time.
Oh,
And
he's
he was doing so
got
good.
time. That's you know, after watching several runs this morning, I'm probably, if I get that far, I may get myself on the uphill side
Oh yeah.
just to be a presence and try to work from the bottom
On the first shot.
on the first
I
shot.
tried it on the second shot. It don't work.
Yeah. Okay.
On your first attempt
first
going through
attempt.
there before they run past it.
Yeah.
He did so good through the first part of the course. He's got time to settle down and regather, but
It's hard.
it's hard. And it don't matter what dog you got, you know.
Nope. We're gonna get to see Tuco here in just a minute.
Yeah, we are. First, we got to watch his brother Gus.
Really?
Yeah.
Full brother?
half brother.
Half brother.
And their sire Tux we'll get to see in the intermediate with my old man, Lowell Rogers.
You better be careful calling him old man. I seen smack a knot on your head.
Well, yeah. I hope he ain't listening.
He's probably not. I don't see him as a Facebook viewer.
Oh no, he loves that old Facebook now.
Does he?
Don't get him wrong.
Uh-oh.
He's like a millennial. Always on his phone.
Yeah.
Boy, I hope he's not listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron Long got Gus for me after the 2019 futurity, and he uses him. Ron's just a ranch type guy. He just uses him and uses him.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And then Tuco's sire and mama are running the intermediate. Dad's gonna run them in the arena later on.
How cool is that to have, your kennel running different divisions, sires, dams, puppies?
Yep.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's your dad. I didn't know this when I first met you, but you're not new to border collies. You were brought up in it. Your dad had them.
Well,
Your dad's a brother.
right. I got 3 uncles and a dad, and my uncle. We're talking about Meeker. My uncle won Meeker in 1981.
Okay. Hey, we're learning things. You've been cheating all these years.
Well, he gave me the most lessons. My dad taught me, and Dad never had the precision and stuff of my uncle who trialed.
Yeah.
But Dad taught me some important stuff. Rule number 1: the dog has to have fun.
Yeah.
He'll work for you harder.
Yeah.
He'll never quit you.
Yeah.
You can train him easier. Too much pressure, too little pressure. Too much pressure, shut him down. Not having fun,
Yeah.
And it's such a fine line, and everybody here knows that,
Yeah. So you've had some background in the border collies.
Well, we were talking about getting trained by sheepdog folks.
Yeah. There you go.
And you got some buddies out there.
I do.
Yeah.
Kelly Lacey, and I've had Dwight Parker at the house, and those sheepdog guys. Yeah.
Shorty Gurin, he's not here. I wish he was. From Missouri. Good dogs.
Yep. Good guy too.
Yes, sir.
You got Tuco up the hill here close?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to walk down there and get him.
I don't.
In fact, I better do it now while they're waiting in between.
Yeah. Where's he at?
He's in my truck.
Oh, right over there. Okay. Hey, if you want to get my buggy there
Bring it up here.
and bring it in, yeah, you can. I gotta get Walt up here. Lincoln Rogers commentating with us this morning. Doing a great job. He's fixing to run his dog Tuco. Love to watch his dogs run. It's Alex Hodge and Twit.
Sweet ride.
Comes to us from Dandridge, Tennessee, I believe. If you're following him on Facebook or friends with him on Facebook, I've been following the adventures of Twit the cow dog here for about a year, so he's had fun training this dog. It's a nice little dog. Off and running come by. 2 blacks and a red sitting there waiting on him. This dog approaches these cattle nice, and that's very important, how these dogs introduce themselves to these cattle. It's kind of coming at a little different angle than most of them have been here. They're kind of coming up the hill more. See how this works out for him. He's telling him, hurry, hurry, hurry. Nice job. We're having a little house cleaning up here. If you hear some bags rattling and stuff, we're having a little house clean after all day yesterday being up here. Alex Hodge and Twit got him up to number 2. Nice job bending them through there, looking out the exit hole here. That one cow's looking up the hill like, when I get through here, I'm going home. And they are trying to push up the hill. If you're watching at home, that one cow keeps wanting to kind of look up the hill toward the exhaust. And he's got to push these cattle always back down to number 3 and get them lined up to go through the turkey foot. They just keep pushing on them a little bit. Dog's just working nice, and Alex is helping his dog. But that one keeps wanting to look back. Hasn't really offended her yet, but she keeps throwing her tail up a little bit like, don't bother me. Okay. Sometimes hard to remember you're not at home. Alex worked awful hard for number 3. Done a good job of getting them regrouped and put back in there. Done a good job. Now, once you disrupt the flow, it's hard to ever reestablish it with these cattle. He's just trying to get the most points he can here out of this set of cows. This may do him in right here. This cow's not wanting to cooperate, and this little cow dog's called it off there. You know, that's a pretty smart move here. He's retiring his dog in his set of cows with 8:35 just because the times right now he's not going to win the day money. Everybody likes to compete, but it's just there comes a time when... Here's the drone footage of the course shot this morning, Brandon in his little helicopter. I wish he'd let me operate that book. I could have crashed it in that pond down there. Coming out of the fetch here in number 2. Moving down the hill a little bit where they can see uphill the entrance there, and they can see the exit hole there coming out of 2. Coming into 3 in the turkey trot, got to enter from the this side as we're looking through. Got to come up the top out the left side. It gives you an idea of what we got to do. Is 4 holes. One of them's the good hole they got to come out of, and then we got to protect these other 3 with you, the dog, or both combination. Coming into 4 is just a pass through, but the problem is they want to go on the uphill side of it a lot because they know the exhaust is up the hill there. Coming out of 4 into 5 is a Y with a panel in front of it, gives them a dead stop, so it's been a little difficult. Plus you're getting closer to the exhaust where we turned them out. Got to turn them down the hill this time. Yesterday we turned them up the hill and exhausted them for points. Today we're going to turn them down the hill to number 6, which is a box with 5 holes, 3 no good holes and 2 good holes. Got to come in the right side there and out the left up the hill to get your full points. This is Ron Long and Gus. Up next is Tuco, and then I'm going to run Walt. Lincoln told me that this is Tuco's brother, half brother. So Ron has chose to move over to the right side. The handler's line is extended all the way from the barn over there across from the number 6 hole obstacle all the way to number 2. So he started over here on the right. A little different strategy. Cattle coming up the hill a little more than the rest of them have been. Gotta be careful, not let that one get too far.
Yeah. Still get one of them.
Still passed on that one. 2 passed. And 3 passed. So he's coming on to number 2. This change, and this changes the timeline. Also, the timeline moves to number 2, which for ties and such as that purposes. But remember, that's 4.5 minutes to get through number 2. So we've got to establish a timeline and get him out of 2 complete before 4.5 minutes. Ron's up the hill behind us working, so can't really see, but I can tell you from experience, up behind the booth is a mess. Yeah, it can get hairy back there. Here in a little bit, we're going to leave you without an announcer because Lincoln's going to run right before I run, and then we'll probably go put our dogs up and have to make our way back up here, but we'll be back. Jerry may judge and commentate. Not likely, he said. Okay. You know, this is one of those times. I know he's only at 3 minutes basically, but you got the 4.5 minute timeline, and it just comes a point in time we go, it's just not worth it. All right, so Ron's called it back there at 3:23. He knew he wasn't going to get through that one. And just, you know, stockmanship, sportsmanship, whichever way you want to look at it, that's the right thing to do in this situation. All right. Up next is Lincoln Rogers and Tuco. Hey, Jessen High Roller. Shootout live streaming coming at you here. We finished Jessen's 2 or 3 days ago. Mountain States Stock Dog Association. Get a hold of Steve White if you want to be part of Mountain States. Sherry Jenny Beggars is the secretary. She can help you at everything. American Ranch Dog Trials. Lincoln was talking about these earlier. That they're great deals. Horseback. I've not been to one. He's been to one. Speaking of Rogers, stock dogs. Lincoln and Lowell and his family, his wife, and now kids, I guess. Has a new kid, new son. Here comes Lincoln Rogers and Tuco. This dog's won a lot. He's a very good dog. Love watching him run. Lincoln's a good handler too. Put your cap back on, Lincoln. That's what happens when you train dogs for a living. That's what I don't have any. Lincoln don't have any. James don't have any. Jerry don't have any. It's just pure life stress on you, ain't it? Hey, here we go. Now, Lincoln sent his dog, but this one cow's run off, so he has changed his direction just to keep that cow from running off up the hill by itself. You might have saw Tico hesitate just a little because that's not normally what happens. But he took a reverse of the flank, outrun, and they got to stop this cow and get it put back to the others right now. Got that cow stopped and looking around. Now we hope we can just push these other two up there to it. You know, as a handler, when you see your cattle come out and do that, it's hard to keep from thinking, oh, no, I want that to happen. Tuco can cover the ground. He's going to get back over there and stop that one. He's got it lined up. Now he's got to work back and forth to keep semi together. And he's getting get it done. That's what I'm talking about Lincoln Rogers and his stockmanship. You know, he only got 2 there, but I'm telling you folks, those 2 out of 3 there was a great job of getting those 2 and not losing them all. I'm going to watch Lincoln because he's going on all the way across over there, and I think it's just because this one cow maybe wants to leave the herd. They're walking, so he's leaving Tuco alone right now. Let him keep walking, but he's going over and block the uphill part where the exhaust is. Guys, if you're watching at home, you ought to realize what a good job Lincoln Rogers is doing with this set of cows. It separates the really good handlers from average handlers. He can take a not so good a set and get something done with them. You know, he dropped 10 points down there, but he could have dropped 30. There's that one cow wanting to trot off. Not a very good team player. These cows, they look at the dog, they look at Lincoln, look at the field, they're looking for a way out. They're looking, is there pressure there? Is there pressure from Lincoln? Grouped them up, and she comes right out of the middle of them. Lincoln didn't get to go to Jessen, so he's playing for day money here, or maybe the average. I don't know how Tuco did yesterday. I think he's playing for day money here. And just to be honest with you, it's not a really good day money set. I think that cow can see Jerry. Looked up here right at him. Well, if that's the case, he might have been looking at me. But I'm behind this post here, so he only sees half of me. Lincoln's just kind of letting that dog. I think he's going to let this dog kind of bring him to him here, hopefully, and then maybe can bend him through there. We talk about the presence of a dog. This dog has a lot of presence, just with its mannerisms, its movements. There's a predator-prey deal, and it moves a lot like a predator. Low crouch to the ground, short, quick steps, eyes up on the cattle when it gets there. So it has a lot of presence.
Emily says that his dad was on
Okay, we just got confirmation that Laurel was listening on the live feed while ago when Lincoln was talking about his family and his dad. So I don't know what's going to happen to Lincoln after a while. Almost, but then not quite hardly.
Your dog's up here, Steve.
Yeah, he's in the box out there. Lincoln brought his up there, and I'll go when he gets swap out. Ooh, I bet if that grass was wet, that dog could slide like a running horse. He does a good job anyway. He'd slide all the way down that hill. When you watch these dogs and watch your friends out there, you feel bad for them. Like to see them do good. Lincoln's working hard. His dog's working hard. Just the way it is, just look at the draw. Any animal-based contest winner. Lincoln's got about a minute and a half. Tuco's covered a lot of steps on this run. The desire of these dogs to work amazes me. I mean, there's no quit in this dog.
Yes, sir. Had to have him in there so tight to get him pushed in right there, and then went out the wrong side on the other side, and then Lincoln knows that was his one shot. Yeah, he's retired him. All right, Lincoln Rogers, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get my dog run and be back in a minute.
That's it, Kevin. Yep.
We use our dogs every day. You know, on the ranch, we run a lot of cattle here that would take 7 or 8 full-time cowboys, and we have no full-time cowboys. It's just me and my family and one hired guy. These dogs come out and handle these cattle and pen these cattle. We move 500-600 in a group at a time with 1 or 2 dogs quietly. We breed and strive to breed working cattle and sheep dogs that are versatile enough and that have enough trainability and are biddable enough that you can work both stock with them. I think that we really focus on the health of our dogs. We health test all of our dogs. We really try to push to create the best dog with the best genetic background that we can, both health and pedigree wise. If you want to get a hold of us, go to milliron-sranch.com. You can get a hold of us, we'll always get back to you. If you have any questions about anything, it's not even not about purchasing a dog, about a dog that you own that you need help with, please feel free to get a hold of us. Go to the website, milliron-sranch.com.
Get some, but this would be a little bit.
Shooting off those fireworks last night.
No,
For lunch.
no. Did they shoot them off? I didn't even know it.
I heard like it was from
I was at the lodge. I was
Yeah.
sound asleep.
There's a lot of
I
fireworks.
think they was gonna do a bunch of it at the guide house.
Oh, okay.
But they may have done it at the lodge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I left here and went over there and took a shower and went straight to
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah, Dad wanted to stay up. I said, I'm not staying up. I'm going to bed.
It's been so long since I seen the new year yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
son of a bitch down here. Listen, this is like a buffet. Very good work. Got a refill? Thank you. I'll take the bag now. You make it through? I'm gonna throw this down here on the ice? Yeah, please. boss up there, not since you thought about waking up. Only person who beat me up might have been Jerry. I don't look like Pass. Is that Pass? I don't look like Pass. Pass is the blue dog.
Oh, I don't know which dog it is.
Spot.
Spot.
Yeah, that's Spot.
Got it.
That'll look good on the microphone. The bag and crunching and who cares? Whew. I thought you knew what was going on. Well, I looked at the back to what there was, and I won't do any of them. I'm already sweating.
Morning, boss.
Morning. I guess it's hard to get used to getting up early in the winter when you've been laid up in snow. You just lay around all day. You get here in the sunshine. We get up at daylight.
I don't even want to hear it. I damn sure thought about hunting with my kids the rest of the day instead of hanging out with you. I can guarantee that.
I don't blame you. Would I have to get anything this morning?
No, we didn't see nothing.
How do you not see anything on a deer ranch?
I'm sleeping, I guess.
I'll tell you about my deer hunting stories, but we're dog trotting.
Yeah, and these are on. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Ooh, them's hot, Jerry.
I got the hot ones.
Well,
Supposed to be, but they are.
they hot. I mean, they're warmer.
It don't show to be hot, but they are.
Sorry, boss. That's false advertised. Like my first two wives.
This is Randy McMillan and Spot. Randy's a friend of ours from West Virginia.
Super nice guy.
Oh, he's a great guy. A great guy.
Lives on top of a mountain.
You got that right. He has to have DOT come mark it for him when he can just get up and down it.
Really?
I mean, it is tough. His wife spots for him to pull up there sometimes with a trailer, you know, where we don't slide off. I mean, it's on the mountain. I ain't kidding you.
Well, he's built like a mountain goat.
Well, he is. He climbs rock like those big mountains with snow on them that you fall off and go splat. He climbs them.
Yeah.
Sounds like my house.
I know my dog was working hard because I was working hard. That's tough down there. Especially if you got one old nice looking black heifer that don't want to go with the two red ones. I see my wife has done Lincoln like she does me. She has finagled him into going and putting Walt up and getting another dog because she's still sitting over there. And just having to work. The draw uphill is a little bit greater today, seems like on all of them.
Changed a few things up since yesterday's course. You did a drone video of it?
Yeah. We run us a drone over it this morning and talked about the changes and the Lincoln Rogers turkey foot over there.
Turkey foots are always good obstacles. We'll run it right after this. If you guys are watching, want to know what the course is, give us just a second. Brandon Pugh with Pugh Productions got his drone out this morning and ran the course for us really quick. Did Stuart run the course like my kids did?
Native Ghost Rider. Look, I'm sweating right here like a fat baby.
I can
have to walk
I can
down
smell that.
hill.
I mean, see that.
See that? Smell that? Okay. Well, yeah, they're starting to worry
I
me.
guarantee it.
My socks are starting to bother me. I wonder if we had the scores. I'd love to know if I'm in the lead by how much.
If you were the first dog, you were in the lead for 2 dogs. Have 59 people on here live watching with us right now. You guys share it if you don't mind, so you guys, our sponsors, can get some coverage. Hopefully everybody at home, New Year's Day. We'll get a lot more viewers, my guess is around noon, when everybody's hangovers have wore off. They've driven home from where they weren't supposed to stay last night.
It is January 1, isn't
And
it?
they can focus on a little bitty screen without getting a headache. He's done with number 3. Is he, Judge? Yeah, Judge says he's done with number 3. I hate to lead you on and say it's one thing and it ain't, and he's headed over to number 4. He's at 8:33. Is that about where the official clock is, too?
8:38 now.
Yeah, we're pretty close, you guys. 10-minute course today.
You know, Ron Long set it up this morning for everybody to have something to shoot at with 750 something, I think.
You don't want to know why he's 750? His legs, his name is Ron Long instead of Ron Short for a reason. The sucker can walk from here to the third obstacle in 4 steps.
Yeah. And he had a really good set of cows and he used them.
Yeah, and Ron is real good about keeping them good, too.
Yeah.
All the way through. Ooh, not through number 4 yet until the judge tells us. 30 points on number 4. Brings him up number 5. He's just about out of time, though, everybody. Watch your ears. Here we are, you guys. The drone's coming down. You guys can see the fetch right there in the center of your screen. The cattle are set down there in that bottom corner. They got to come right up through the middle of that obstacle, right, right there. Leave number one. They're going to go around over to the left side. As you can see, these holes coming into this obstacle. You're going to go in the hole right there on the right and come out the hole directly in front of it. As they come out of there, they're going to cross drive these cattle down here to the Lincoln Rogers turkey foot. They're going to go in this side, if I'm not mistaken, Stuart.
Yes.
Are they going in right here? I'm pointing at the screen.
Yes.
Yes, they're going in the left side of your screen and then going in and taking a 90 and going back to your left. As soon as they come out of that obstacle, you guys are going to go back up the hill. Now, there's a lot of elevation difference between there.
You got that right, and I started on the top on my run, and I wound up having to go to the bottom. Then,
Enter on this side of the obstacle closest to you, and enter the exit the other side. And all these obstacles are all or nothing except the fetch, correct, Judge? The fetch, yep. Fetch is all or nothing except the fetch. They then come in. If you guys can see this now, this is a view a cow has. It looks like it's a dead end. They must go in and around to the right. Go down to the left. Going back down the left. Then they go over here to this crazy obstacle with the feeder in the middle of it. They go in.
Left side, looking at it on the screen, and all the way around the hay bale.
All the way around the hay bale.
And then out the top.
And back out the top on the right there. Cannot cross between them. They have to stay in there. After they get that done, the time stops, correct? And then they exhaust cattle. That's us sitting in the cook shack. Anybody want a burger? Come on up.
James Cook's in here. You imagine how hot it is in here?
Oh, man. Dan Canton Sid, previously of Idaho, now of Cisco, Texas, calls for his cattle. I know that Dan Canton Sid are sitting in the running in the top 5 of the nursery finals. Yeah, after 3 days. I've told everybody Dan's a good man and a real good cowboy. He's been a cowboy his whole life. Every one of these dogs, you guys are sending them on the left flank a come by right out of the gate. And we can't see Dan on the screen, but if you see Dan, he's coming over here to position himself.
Yeah, they've moved the handler's line, extended it.
To where?
All the way across the field.
So they can walk across the field and they can see their angles a little bit better. You guys, we got a crosswind right now. Like I said, delays the sound getting down to the dogs. If we hear a thud, it blew the camera lady's deer stand over, and she's on top of the cookhouse. We hope that don't happen. He showed this dog for the very first time at my house. This is a good little dog. Watched him show it up in Ardmore. A lot of people blow whistles. Some people talk with their voice.
Yep.
If you're out here in a field like this,
what else would they talk with? I mean,
their hand, sign language.
Oh, okay.
Now, that being said, there's a guy that runs a dog by us that's completely deaf.
Oh, yeah?
And he uses hand signals. So, there you go. Judge says 30 on one. Actually, a pretty good set of cattle as far as got some movement to them and wanting to stay together a little bit.
Not bad. Strategy's changed a little bit today. Kind of looks like for everybody. Yesterday, we kind of stayed on this side and let them go down the hill and push them straight through where they can see the entrance and the exit at the same time. But the draw is so hard up the hill there to the exhaust. Most everybody has crossed that ditch and went over and tried to help block that side today. Dan did it today. He gets it done. Good job. This is a little bit of reverse. Sometimes when we got two reds and the black wants to run off, and now the reds won't run off. It's y'all can see at home, you're watching this red calf wanting to walk off from the other two. Came up through the first two pretty nice, staying together, but it's like hunting a new place to go now. Those are those decisions you got to make. They'll push 1 to 2, 2 to 1. You can't go any faster than they'll let you.
Six minutes and he's done with number 4. So he's working pretty good today.
Yeah, it's the red calf giving a little trouble here in the middle, having to push and pull on them just a little bit.
Excuse me, we're trying to do a live feed here. Keep watching Hooked on Phonics over there. He's set up really good, you guys, but once again, yeah, this red heifer knows the way through. And black heifers need to see her going in and trust her. That's okay. If he can turn them around, that red heifer, ooh, shoot. This heifer might come in the door, Jerry. You know them red heifers came all the way from either northern Nebraska or South Dakota to make this dog trial. You think the travelers traveled far? $7:34. He's got 2.5 minutes to bring that heifer back. It's going to end up being a little bit of a blind spot there for just a second. He's still got time to finish his course.
Got a minute and a half. He's going to have them smooth.
I'll give you a list of things I could do in a minute and a half. Finish that obstacle's one of them.
Old red heifer gave him one shot, didn't she? Red heifer did it right. Them black heifers didn't want to follow is what the problem was. Here he goes. He's set up you guys right here, actually. He Sid overflanked a little bit, but Dan's up there going to push him. Yeah. Now he's really going to have to make him go through. He's got it now. Oh, you red pig. Looks like he's just about out of time. There's the ever so loved bell. ZBC Stock Dogs, Wallowa, Oregon. Mandy Post and Jim Zolman. I love that. Mandy's the owner, Jim's a trainer. Got some really nice dogs, you guys. I've watched all those dogs. I know a whole slug of them dogs. Max, Mr. Billy, Iceman. I've seen all these dogs. Rose, Gus. He's produced some really good dogs. He's got 2 going to Red Bluff, I believe, is just here in a couple weeks. Look up Red Bluff Bull and Gilding Sale. Get a hold of Jim Zolman right here. His phone number's him or Mandy can help you out. If you really want to know about the dogs, tell Jim you want to talk to Riggin, his cute little boy. He's a dog handling fool. Anyways, get a hold of him, you guys. There's his number. We appreciate him being a sponsor into the making this live feed possible. What other ads we got ready here? We got anything? 4M Stock Dogs. No,
We're here.
There they are.
Yep.
In the flesh.
Give us a call. We try to help you.
Steers try, Stuart. You'll help them. Not try to help them. You'll help them. Steers try. National Catalog Association. Get on their website. See what they got going on. Cluck Ranch, Spanish goats, border collies, cool YouTube videos, R.H. Witten. We appreciate them. Here we go. We're going into our only Canadian at the dog trial this weekend. He's already called for his cattle. His dog's already gone.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Got to see this dog for the first time. I've seen some videos and stuff of this dog. Hendrix.
I just met Jordan this morning. Seemed like a nice guy. Canada. You reckon? How'd he get across the border?
I don't know.
You can get across.
Well, he seems like a nice guy. We'd love to have him.
Yeah, just stay.
Yeah, he can just stay here. He's a nice guy. He can train a dog, too. We need more good dogs and good dog handlers. Super nice dog, you guys. Got a lot of style, a lot of feel for the stock. He's got his sets a little bit slow, but if he keeps them moving. 2 blacks and a red. That's been the combination we've been getting here the last few dogs. Are we close to the official time? Give or take 9 minutes, we are.
I'm really surprised you didn't say something about Walt having a lot of feel. He didn't have as much feel today. He didn't bite near as much. He wasn't feeling them.
I got here right as you were running, Walt. I parked the car.
He didn't cause a fight right off the bat, and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. That's like going into a restaurant with you wanting to pick a fight with everybody all the time.
Not anymore.
I'm sorry, but that's beautiful right there on your screen. If you look down there at them 2 big old trees and that pond and those cattle and that dog and the midget grass. I don't know the run orders down. I think novice. Let me check with my wife. We got Brandon Pugh. He's up. Brandon Pugh's up running the novice in a minute, so I'll have to keep my wife keep us informed.
Got a little standoff here. he's got to remember he's only got 4.5 minutes to get them up through 1 into 2 and complete 2. So then again, if you go down there and blow them up,
You know, like you say, at 4 minutes, what do? You know, he's down to 1:15 to get them all the way up this hill and through
he's
2.
got 4.5 today.
4.5 today.
4.5
4.5
Over here.
today.
Yeah.
So he's got.
But still, you know, they got to come on up here and got to hit it.
I tell you what, I'd own this dog. Moves around like a little cat, you know what I mean? Nice dog. I'm gonna have to visit with him, see how he's bred. I bet I've got a good guess on how he's bred with the way he's moving. But I hate to make that, because then when you're wrong, either the breeder or the owner or the trainer's all mad at you.
Yeah.
Novice nursery ranch. I think it's just starting.
Intermediate. What'd you say? Say it again. Intermediate, novice.